ready?
All right.
Great. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon for our press conference. I'm Russ Strickland, the Executive Director of the Maryland Emergency Management Agency. In a few minutes, we'll be listening to the Governor, but I do want to announce who is here with us, and Governor Larry Hogan, Lieutenant Governor Boyd Rutherford, Director of the Governor's Office of Homeland Security, Pete Landon, Maryland State Police Assistant Bureau Chief of Field Operations Major Roland Butler, Maryland National Guard Adjutant General Linda Singh, Jim Ports, who is the Deputy Secretary for Department of Transportation, Maryland State Highway Administrator Greg Slater, and Maryland Secretary of Human Resources Lourdes Patel. So with that, I'll turn it over to the Governor for an announcement.
Thank you. Lourdes Padilla probably would be a better way to say her name, but that was close. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. Over the last few days, I have been meeting with members of my cabinet and our senior staff who've been working hard tracking Hurricane Florence, which is forecasted to make landfall on the East Coast later in the week. At this time, there's still some uncertainty about the track of the storm and its potential impact. Over the next 24 to 48 hours, we will know a lot more about which direction the storm will take. But we are preparing for the potential of historic, catastrophic, and life-threatening flooding in Maryland. Moments ago, I authorized an executive order declaring a state of emergency in Maryland in anticipation of Hurricane Florence. This is a proactive measure to ensure that all necessary resources are mobilized in areas of our state with the greatest potential need. Particularly of concern are coastal and low-lying areas of the state and areas which have already received substantial rainfall over the last few days. But while we're hoping for the best, we are preparing for the worst. At my direction, the state is currently taking steps to activate all available resources, including alerting the Maryland National Guard. We have been in constant contact with the National Weather Service, the National Hurricane Center, to track the storm, as well as with our neighboring states that expect to be impacted, including Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. Our Emergency Operations Center is fully staffed with emergency management personnel. State shelters are on standby and will be ready to receive displaced residents. We have been in touch with utility companies, and they are taking the appropriate steps to be ready to respond to potential power outages. State Highway Administration is deploying maintenance crews throughout the state to begin preparations for this severe storm and its potential impacts. The state is taking every precaution, and I urge all Marylanders to do the same. Stay tuned to your local news stations for the latest updates. Listen to state and local authorities. Start now to prepare your families and your homes for potential heavy rains, wind, and possible flooding. More importantly, use common sense. Have water, batteries, flashlights at the ready in case of power outages. Be prepared to look after family members and neighbors who might need assistance. Maryland citizens can visit www.knowyourzonemd.com to see if you are inside or traveling into a hurricane evacuation zone. As I said, there's still some uncertainty, but our team will continue to monitor the path of this storm. Things are fast-moving and constantly changing, and we will know a lot more later this evening and into tomorrow. And the Maryland Emergency Management Agency, MEMA, will be providing regular updates. At this time, we'll be happy to answer a few questions. Any questions? Everybody got what they need? Thank you very much. That was nice, short and